What's up guys, Metapixelatron here. So, there I was, checking some Wisconsin recount report, when I noticed that there are some interesting report numbers showing up. Now, I am going to show you some parts of some of the recount reports, which I found to be interesting. Colleen, Portage County. I observed the opening of the recount in Portage County, Wisconsin, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. today. Basically, it went well, with one additional vote for Clinton found in the recount of the first municipality. Judy, Dane County. The village of Springfield count was uneventful, matching the original tallies. But for the city of Monona, wards 6 to 10, the tabulators found 9 absentee ballots still in their envelopes, and 13 ballots which the scanner failed to read. Of those 22 votes, Trump picked up 7. And Hillary picked up 15. Isley, Kennesaw County. I observed today in Kennesaw County. Here is my report regarding the incidents I noted. Most notable, on the inspector's statement, Ward 2 and Ward 18 in Kennesaw, there were more votes than voters. Ward 2, 344 voters, 346 votes. Ward 18, 743 voters, 746 votes. The rest of my observations are in the following document. More votes than voters reported. It was explained these numbers are reported by modem. The modem is integrated into the counting machine. A tape is also generated prior to transmission. Around 2:50 p.m., Wheatland 1 to 6. Trump has 25 votes more than official total. Recounted, 24 Clinton votes were found in Trump's pile. Trump still at 1 over official total. Votes from electronic voting, all Trump ballots had initials at the bottom aside from one ballot. Clinton also ended up 1 vote above the official total. 4:02 p.m., Bristol Ward 1 to 3, 8. Issue, with some bag. It appeared that the seal had been opened, and a paper label placed over the opening. The bags of blue seals, that show wear when unsealed, revealing clear patches. The person responsible for the bag was called by the clerk. There was a problem with the bag, they did not have any extras, it was pulled apart and wouldn't seal, though it was good enough to put a paper seal on it. I do not know if the totals for Bristol match the official counts. Deirdre, Eau Claire County. What seemed out of place to me was the fact that the totals from the recount do not match what is on the Wisconsin Election Commission ward by ward report. Eric, Douglas County. Here are a few of my observations during the recount in Douglas County, Wisconsin, on Thursday the 12th of January 2016. For Hawthorne, Wisconsin, the seal number on the bag did not match the seal number written on the label. The seal number on the bag was 0005760, and the seal number written on the label was 0503474. Also for Hawthorne, Wisconsin, it was announced by one official that the envelopes were not sealed for Hawthorne, while she held 2 envelopes which were not sealed. Wendy, St. Croix County. 5 of the 9 machines being used in the recount have tampered seals. Jacqui, Dane County. I had a shift in Dane County today from 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. The people participating in the recount were very focused on doing a good job. They were hand counting everything. Nonetheless, counting discrepancies occurred. The recounting staff were persistent until they were resolved. The village of Shorewood Hills was completed, with Clinton picking up 1 vote. When I left today, the village of Black Earth was not resolved. They had certified more votes than the recounters could find ballots, 1 to 3 depending on whose figure was used. Because the same machine is used for the village and for the town of Black Earth, the group was moving on to town of Black Earth, in the hopes of finding the additional ballots. Pam, Door County. Several concerns. Observers were seated apart from the people counting the votes, so the actual ballots are not visible to observers. The guidelines posted outside of the counting room specified that objections could only be raised by a designated representative, but there was no such person at the Door County site. Therefore, no one was eligible to voice objections. In addition, while there were people going through the poll lists to validate the numbers, those numbers were never announced to observers. Therefore, observers could not ensure that the number of voters and the number of votes were equal. This is especially concerning, in light of other reports, where the number of votes exceeded the number of voters. Karen, Dane County. I asked to see several ballots. In the second set, there were additional Clinton and Trump votes added in our count. I understand, from another volunteer, there were Clinton ones in the count occurring in the other room. We also had an additional Stein vote. The reason for the additional ballots was the same in each case. The person didn't fill out the bubble next to the candidates they voted for. At the end of the count of 5 of the wards, there were 25 votes for unregistered write-ins counted. That is people who didn't register to run for president, and 12 no votes for president. I would like to point out that some of these no votes had votes, but the person had darkened, very obviously, 2 bubbles, such as Clinton and Stein, and thus it was considered a no-vote ballot. In the second set, there were 3 absentee ballots that had no witness on them. However, all 3 had been witnessed by the clerk, in the clerk of court's office. The clerk simply forgot to sign their own name. In all 3 cases, these were admitted as it was clerk error, and not the voter's error. There were also a small amount eaten or shredded by the Scantron machines, and these were counted as well, put on new ballots while witnesses watched, and the scraps kept in a bag, in case anyone needed to verify it. This was done correctly, as far as I could see. After seeing how a hand count can rectify ballot problems, I no longer feel comfortable with Scantron voting. I would like to note that although the Clinton and Green campaigns respected the 2 observers only beyond the red line rule, Trump supporters did not, and usually had 3 to 5 observers beyond the ropes. Danny, Sauk County. I observed the Sauk County recount, in Baraboo, from 9 a.m. to about 3:30 p.m. I was present for recounts of the following towns: Ironton, Laval, Merrimack, Prairie du Sac, Reedsburg, Spring Green, Sumter, and Troy. Out of all the votes, Trump gained 1 and Clinton gained 2. Some write-in candidate vote totals also changed. Well, that was it for the current reports. Of course, there are also photos, which can be used as evidences and such. These can be found as attachments in the full reports. As you can see, some results are, in fact, changing with this recount. There is also the evidence of tampering in the seals of some machines. Could this be used to nullify the results of some of these counties? Tell me, what are your thoughts on the current recount reports? Do you think there is a pattern behind these errors and mistakes, or perhaps some shady shit going on? To see the full report, with photos and such, go to Jill Stein's Twitter page, and follow her link to the official Recount website. Share this video, to keep those blood pressures up. Anyway, this is Metapixelatron, with the current Recount report, signing out biatch.